Okay, everybody. Today we are going to learn about fractions. All right, so the standards that we're covering is partitioning circles into 2 or 4 equal parts as halves, quarters, a half of, a quarter of, a third of, and identify the whole or 2 halves, 3/3, 4/4, or 4/4. The other standard that we're covering is partitioning circles and rectangles into 2, 3, or 4 equal parts as halves, quarters, a half of, a quarter of, a third of, and identify a whole or 2 halves, 3/3, 4/4, or 4/4. Okay, so what does that mean for us? That means that we are going to determine equal parts of a circle or a square. So that's the basic learning target that we're going to be working on today. All right, so some math words that we're going to cover, we're going to talk about equal. We've talked about the word equal in past lessons. Basically, the word equal means that there are 2 parts and they are the same. Or if you have a 6 and a 6, those 2 numbers would be equal or the same. The next word you're going to hear is part. That is part of a whole of something. So you might have a circle. You might have a circle, and if we shade in, over here, this part right here would be part of a circle. Okay, the next word we're going to cover is whole. That is the whole of something, whether it be a circle or a square. So we would be talking about the entire circle or the entire square, and that would be the whole. Okay, so those are some words that you're going to hear in this lesson. So remember them. All right, here's our practice problems. Okay, so we're going to look at this circle here. How many parts are in this circle? Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we would have, so we would have 4 parts to that circle. Okay, what about this rectangle? How many parts are we going to have there? All right, so so we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many parts are in the entire rectangle? There are 8 parts in that rectangle. What about this rectangle? This rectangle looks like it is a pan of brownies or cake or something. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many parts do we have in this rectangle? We have 6 equal parts in our rectangle. All right, so now we're going to look at another rectangle, and we have a shaded area, 2 different colors. So we have red and then we have blue. So first we're going to talk about how many equal parts are in this rectangle. And you can see there is 1, 2, 2, 3. So there's 3 equal parts. How many parts are shaded red? So there is 1 part that's shaded red. And then if we wanted to say how many parts are shaded blue, we would count, my pointer, 1, 2. So we'd have 2 parts that were shaded blue. All right, let's look at another one like that. Let's count how many total parts there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 parts to our rectangle. How many parts are shaded red? We would count how many shaded red. 1, 2, 3. So we'd have 3 parts that were shaded red. How many parts are shaded blue? 1. So we would have 1 part that was shaded blue. All right, let's count our total parts again. We have 1, 2 total parts. How many are shaded red? 1 part is shaded red and 1 part is shaded blue. And those make up the whole rectangle. Okay, so that is a little lesson on fractions and parts of a whole. So thank you for listening, and if you have any further questions, you can contact me. Thank you.